All right, today we're jumping into one of the most critical topics for anyone who's serious about AI, and that's MLOps. If you've ever wondered how a brilliant machine learning model actually escapes the lab and becomes a reliable real-world service, well, MLOps is the answer. So let's explore the framework that makes it all happen. Okay, before we dive in, a quick but important heads up. This is Module 13 of a 15-module tutorial on using private cloud for AI initiatives, advantages, disadvantages, and trade-offs. It's an overview based on a comprehensive report by Virtualization Options LLC and offers only general guidance, is provided without warranty, and is not legal or financial advice, and as such, it is recommended that you discuss any proposed actions with your financial, technical, and legal professionals before taking action, and these modules only discuss a fraction of the information in the full research report. Now, let's get to it. So, you've done it. After weeks, maybe months of work, your model is performing beautifully in the lab. It's a huge achievement, but here comes the real question, the one that keeps engineers up at night. How on earth do you take this thing from a clean, controlled environment and make it work in the messy, chaotic reality of a live production system?
Now, we're not just talking about a regular software deployment here, not even close. You see, machine learning brings all these unique variables into the mix that can create absolute chaos. Unlike traditional code, a model's performance depends on the code, sure, but also the training data and the hyperparameters, all those little knobs you turn to control the learning process itself. All that complexity makes reproducibility and reliability a massive challenge.
And that, my friends, is exactly where MLOps comes into the picture. It's the industry's answer to all that chaos. It's a structured set of practices designed to manage the entire life cycle of a machine learning model, from the first line of code all the way to when it's retired.
So what is it really? Well, think of it this way. You remember how the DevOps movement brought discipline and automation to software delivery? MLOps does the exact same thing for the Wild West of machine learning. It takes those same proven principles, versioning, automation, monitoring, and applies them to the unique world of AI.
At its core, MLOps is really built on 4 essential pillars. These are the foundational practices that bring order, sanity, and most importantly, reproducibility to your AI workflows. Let's break them down, one by one.
First up is experiment tracking. Honestly, this is the bedrock of doing machine learning like a science. It's the simple but incredibly powerful idea of systematically recording everything about every single training run you do, no exceptions.
And why is this so critical? Come on, you know these training jobs can take days and cost a fortune in compute resources. The absolute nightmare scenario is getting a great result, but you've lost track of the exact combination of code, data, and settings that produced it. Proper tracking means you can reproduce any success perfectly, compare experiments intelligently, and stop wasting precious time and money.
Okay, next up, model registries. So, you've tracked your experiments, and you have a trained model you're really happy with. Awesome. But where does it go now? The answer is a model registry. Think of it as the single source of truth, the definitive library for all your models.
This is the system that turns a model from just being a random file on a server into a properly managed, versioned asset. A registry tracks its entire history, what data was it trained on, what code produced it, and its current stage, whether that's development, testing, or live in production. This brings some much-needed control and auditability to your whole deployment process.
Now for our third practice, feature stores. This one solves one of the sneakiest but most damaging problems in production AI. It's all about fixing the disconnect between the data a model sees when it's training versus the data it sees when it's live.
The key phrase here is training serving skew. This is what happens when the data transformations you use to create features for your training pipeline are just slightly different from the ones in your live production pipeline. And the result? Your model suddenly starts underperforming for reasons that are incredibly hard to track down. A feature store centralizes all that logic, guaranteeing, and I mean guaranteeing, that the features are identical in both worlds.
And finally, our fourth core practice, model monitoring. You have to remember, a model's job doesn't end when you deploy it. In a lot of ways, it's really just beginning. The real world is always changing, and you can bet your model's performance is going to change right along with it.
This is all about watching your model in the wild. Monitoring systems track the obvious things, like accuracy, but also more subtle stuff, like shifts in the input data, something we call data drift. When performance drops past a certain point, the system can send an alert to a human, or even better, trigger an automatic rollback to a previous stable version. It is the essential safety net for your production AI.
So we've looked at these 4 core practices individually, but their real power, their magic, is unlocked when you connect them all together into a single, cohesive, and automated workflow. And that is the MLOps pipeline.
And this flow is just a beautiful illustration of how it all works. See, it starts with version data, which feeds into experimentation. The best models go through automated validation. If they pass, they get logged in the model registry. From there, an automated pipeline pushes the model out to production. And finally, the monitoring system keeps an eye on its performance, which creates this amazing feedback loop that informs the very next cycle. It's a continuous engine for getting better and better.
Now, the good news is you don't have to build all of this from scratch, not at all. A really rich ecosystem of tools has popped up to support all of these practices.
For basically every stage of that pipeline we just walked through, there are powerful tools ready to go. You've got choices between really flexible open source options like MLflow and Feast, and these super comprehensive commercial platforms from companies like Weights and Biases or Databricks. The right choice is going to depend on your team's needs, but the key takeaway here is that the tools to do MLOps right are mature and they are available today.
You know, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Without MLOps, you are flying blind. You're going to struggle with reproducibility, you're going to waste expensive compute cycles, and you're going to find it almost impossible to reliably maintain your AI systems over time. MLOps isn't some luxury, it's an absolute necessity for any organization that wants to do AI at scale.
So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. Building powerful infrastructure for AI is one thing, but are your operations ready? Having the operational maturity to run it all effectively is a whole different ballgame. And having the right MLOps practices in place, that is what truly makes the difference between just having AI capability and having a real, sustainable AI-powered business.